Yes, sir. So I'm gonna read this real quick. I guess it's from a little TikTok video from at Jack the Queen. Brandon Wills 100 says exactly why we after other races. We as men have options now and don't have to deal with this mess here. It might be a young dude that's probably on one of these red pill channels, I don't know why, quote unquote, black men want to argue with these chicks in these comment sections. You guys are trying to have the right conversations with the wrong woman. It's like talking to a brick wall. They don't want to hear you. They listen to respond. They think they know everything. They're self centered. They're getting the battery in their back. This being so called black woman. Black girl magic. You're strong and independent. You don't need no man. Democratic Party is saved by you. All of these things. Meanwhile, you have no man and then you project how lonely you are on the social media site. Then you got a black man that wants to make a comment because he can't help himself, because he's trying to talk some sense, or he's trying to give you the point of view from the men that you want to call weak for dating out, but you don't want to listen. And then you wonder why you're single. Then you wonder why there's so many quote unquote black men dealing with some quote unquote Beckys or some Latinas or some Far East Asians and whatnot. They're not tuning in to that Dr. Umar programming talking about you're going to have to die with a black woman and whatnot. Why would you deal with the struggle when you have somebody that's trying to bring you peace? Somebody that's actually trying to listen to you or trying to make you happy and trying to grow with you and things like that. Brothers are realizing that they do not have to deal with you. Are they wrong for that? It's their prerogative. Why do so many women, so many colorists, so many depressed women get on the net, get on these channels and start worrying about who's dating who, what's and what? Meanwhile, they don't have that to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always talking shit. They're so perfect. You got your own money. You want to take trips. All of these things that you. But it's like dudes don't want to hear that shit. Single and fine. And dudes is like, that's a red flag already. They not giving y'all no chances no more because they realize, for some odd reason, they realizing it now because I guess, you know what I mean? As days go by on social media, the gift and the curse, they're going to see the woman for what she really is. Since there is no guidelines for brothers to grow up with, there's no arranged relationships and things like that. They're going to have to pick who makes them feel the best. They're not worried about the outside opinion or the image because they're worried about peace of mind. So many brothers are dying of a heart attack before they even hit 55 because they've been stressing their whole damn life. Toxic mom, then they have a toxic girl, then they have toxic kids. Dudes is trying to break those curses, and if they have to date out, then so be it. It is what it is.
Deal with what mess exactly? Because I said that a woman should not put her life on the back burner for a boyfriend. She should not cater to a man she's not guaranteed to be with. See, comments like this are proving my point. Y'all.
These women consistently show you why you shouldn't have conversations with them or just stay out of their comment sections. They're lost causes. How long ago did Nas make the song Black Girl Lost? Whenever you try to get deep with them, it's too deep for them. You feel what I'm saying? Not all of them. There are so many women that you can have great conversations with. You're going to have to find them, my dude. However you do that, wherever you do that, you're going to have to figure that out. But it's not going to be on social media in the comment section because a woman made a stupid ass comment when she wasn't taught how to be a wife to a man, when she wasn't taught how to respect a man. She's just been competing with men since elementary school. And then with the programming of how you could be so toxic, how you could be ratchet, and you could possibly make it on the TV screen to where you have these toxic relationships to where the woman is choosing her man. She could bounce off different men in a week, in a month, in a year. And nobody says anything about it because she's young and she can exercise her options. Stop talking to these bozos that weren't taught how to be wives to men, weren't taught how to be ladies at all. They're not traditional women. They're modern women. They are lost causes.
For a boyfriend, she should not cater to a man she's not guaranteed to be with. See, comments like this are proving my point. Y'all want mothers, not girlfriends.
When you allow these black American bozos to speak for a good amount of time, they will make your argument so you really don't have to speak that much if you're still continuing to entertain the conversation. These women are not taught to be wives, bro. That's the problem. We have no culture, have no guidelines. You wouldn't be so concerned about a relationship talking about you don't know if that relationship is going to last. Well, maybe if you try to play your part, try to cater to your man and things like that, maybe the relationship would have more of a chance of lasting. If we had a culture, you feel me, where the relationships were arranged, where women weren't picking their man because for the most part, they're making the wrong decisions every single fucking time. Taking bad advice left and right to where they choose over the good man because they're not good enough themselves and then they want to project. I have to disagree when you want to talk about men out here looking for their mother. We're talking about men that are exercising their options, the one that they are jealous of, not these bums and lowlifes that you keep fucking with because you have no other options. The men that exercise their options are looking for loyalty because they're not going to get no other loyalty than the loyalty from their mother. You feel what I'm saying? And then you show them that loyalty, the reciprocation and the love is going to come back tenfold, but these women don't get it. Brothers, you ever play a game, you taking L's in that game, you're going to fix the strategy so you can win that level, right? These women been playing the same strategy for the past 30, 40 years because they've been getting gassed, telling them how they don't need to fucking change. They hear the wrong songs. They follow the wrong people. And then they don't want to hear the complaints, issues, and the solutions from the men that they claim to love. And when they're single popping themselves at the end of the night, now they take it out on the whole collective. And then if that don't work, they go ahead and swing the fence. And you already know what I mean by that.
No, you're not gonna get it from us. So you go date other races to deal with your weak ass and your bullshit and think you're flexing on us. Baby, you could never pull a bitch like me anyway, so you don't have no choice but to go to the other side.
Shorty, I get it. You frustrated that you can't land yourself a quote-unquote high-value man with all of the ass shaking, with all of the TikTok, Instagram challenge, the videos that you've been doing. All of the guys that have been sliding in your DMs only wanted to pop you, flying you out, and they just been popping you. They ain't taking you serious because of the way that you project yourself, and they can sniff that shit out. Men are exercising their options. Why would they deal with the struggle? Why would they deal with a woman that's not trying to listen, that's not trying to get down with the program, when a man can find that shit elsewhere? It doesn't make any sense. You got women of other nations that are going to classes, that are doing extracurricular activities to figure out how they could get better relationships, how they could get along with the quote unquote black men. Meanwhile, you have these black American bozos that figure out, that are just sitting there like, accept me as I am. I don't have to change. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any fucking sense? It's a competition. It is a game out here. Life is a game. That's why you love to call men players when they have more than one woman. But women don't understand that you have to be competitive yourself when you're dealing with these women of other nations because they are coming for quote unquote your men. And then you want to get butt hurt to when there are some brothers that will try to flex on you that are like, you could have been fucking with me, but you ain't take me serious. You wanted to put me in the friend zone. You want to put me in the nice guy category. Meanwhile, I was showing you that interest. I was doing the things that my mother was saying that girls like and things like that, but you overlooked them because you wanted the thrill sex of that quote unquote thug or that bad boy Johnny that you had your eye on. And now you mad at me because I got a bad Rican. Taking pics on the Facebook and you sitting there butt hurt projecting, talking about real men know how to handle da 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 da. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck you mean we gotta handle you like you a ball, like you some damn Rubik's Cube? Get the fuck out of here. Dudes is done trying to solve these fucking problems. Go ahead and talk to a psychotherapist and then maybe you can make ways to better relationships.
Baby, y'all are not the only ones with options. I could walk outside right now and snag me a Tom, Dick, or a...
For the most part, shorty, anybody with a vagina in the society is going to be able to bag a Tom, Dick, or a Larry. That shit is not impressive for you to be a female talking about you can bag a Tom, Dick, and Larry. But you cannot keep a Tom, Dick, and a Larry. And that's why people are having these conversations now. Of course, you can get them at the beginning, but once they smash, they out. And that's why you mad. We get it.
best believe, and he would cater to every need.
Ain't nobody catering to you. That's the problem now.
Y'all think y'all flexing by saying shit like this? Oh, we date other races. Baby, best believe when we see you with that, we know exactly what it means. You could not handle a queen. And when people see my man with...
What do you mean, handle a queen? Women that think like this are a side piece at best.
They know exactly what it means, baby. I stand for strength, power. He's an alpha. When you see a man with a black woman, know he has big dick energy. All right? He can handle this mouth and this ass. You're weak. You're a buster.
Yo, somebody must have really got her butt hurt because, like, somebody must have really flexed on her. Like, it must have been an ex or somebody that she had some feelings for that must have dated out. It has to be, because these sisters always look for posts and titles and whatever and captions and things like that go along with their storyline, that goes along with their narrative, and then they post it as if they're the victim and all that bullshit, right? But whoever wants to have the strength to deal with all of this quote unquote attitude in this mouth, all this strength and power that you stand for, meanwhile you're standing alone, it is what it is. More power to you. You're in a league of your own, because all the brothers are going in another direction. They're looking for a vagina that's attached to a functional female, my dude. And if they can't find it within a sister, then what do you think they're going to do? They're going to go elsewhere. It is what it is. But that's enough of that, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out.